First day of school. This is, for a lot of parents, a difficult day. For you, though? Were you happy to go? Were you afraid to leave the nest? Tell me about it.
Well, yes, this was my first day of first grade, and I was excited, not afraid at all, which is a feeling I should have enjoyed more because from that point on, first days of school were comparable to being given a parachute made of jello than getting kicked off a mountain. But all of that is besides the point, because the point, what must be paid attention to, the crucial detail, is on my bag. This smudge of pixelation is Stone Cold Steve Austin, the Texas Rattlesnake, one of my top 10 favorite wrestlers of all time. You see, I've been a wrestling fan my whole life. A fan of WWE to be specific. That is, World Wrestling Entertainment, formerly known as the World Wrestling Federation. Although back then, in the late 90s, WCW, or World Championship Wrestling, was also in the mix. Wrestling was wildly popular then, especially to us kids. And you had to watch them both, the WWF and WCW, because there were exciting things happening in both companies. Still, being a 5-year-old, it was easy to get the two mixed up.
The ring is almost ready! So I can jump on... I'm gonna be Sting and you're gonna be Hollywood, Daddy.
Alright.
I'm gonna knock you off. I'm gonna knock you off in the top rope. I'm gonna slam you over the top rope. And I'll show you what I'll show you what WWF is made of.
Interestingly, my top 10 favorite wrestlers of all time do not feature Sting or Hollywood Hulk Hogan. In fact, these are my top 10 favorite wrestlers of all time, in no particular order. The Rock, Asuka, The Undertaker, John Cena, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, Kurt Angle, Shawn Michaels, Chris Jericho, and Mick Foley, aka Cactus Jack, aka Dude Love, aka Mankind. So yeah, as much as I love wrestling, it would get me into trouble a few times in my life. In the first instance would happen here, in the second grade. If you're wondering what happened to the first grade, it's quite simple. I was moved up because I'm a genius and everyone else is a
stupid idiot.
Kidding. What actually happened was they met with my parents soon after the first day, and I guess I was balling so hard they recommended I go straight to the league. So I was only in the first grade for about a week. Thing is, I wasn't too happy about that though. I'd already made friends in that first week, on top of the ones that carried over from kindergarten and preschool, and I wasn't fond of being sent somewhere else right when I'd just gotten settled in. And I was, afraid, because second grade was upstairs. Who knew what horrors were upstairs? But everyone seemed to be excited about it, and I don't think I really ever had a choice, so it happened. Luckily for me though, my mom's friend's son, Darius, was in the second grade class they sent me to, so it all worked out way better than I could have ever hoped. Those fools! They actually put together the greatest tag team of 1999 inadvertently. So yeah, as I was saying, wrestling, and the trouble it landed me in. One day I was bored in class cause, ultra advanced brain, so I started drawing two of my favorite wrestlers, Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock. Heated rivals at the time. To better help you picture this, I decided to redraw the image from memory, to the best of my then ability, using our wondrous modern technology. So, I'm 75% sure the drawing looks something like this. Innocent enough, right? You'd be surprised. Upon finishing, feeling proud of my work, naturally, as this was a stunningly accurate rendition of the two stars, I went to show all of my friends. Now, name change to protect the guilty, my good friend and neighbor Rodney, who was a few years older than me and a 4th grader at the time, found my drawing to be funny for more mature reasons. You see, the pectoral muscles I drew must have appeared fairly feminine to him because he asked me a question I didn't understand. You like these? Hearing that question, I assumed these meant the two wrestlers on the page, so enthusiastically I replied, "Yeah, they're the best!" Or something like that. And boy, did he and his 4th grade friends get a kick out of that. I started to think something wasn't right because I didn't see anything amusing about the situation. And that's when it hit. Melvin likes boobies. Dog, I wasn't thinking about no boobies. I was thinking about the match I couldn't wait to see those two have when I got home. Anyway, so raucous was their laughter and yelling of the word boobies, they caught the attention of the nearest teacher. Coming over to investigate, she promptly grabbed my drawing, scanned it for what felt like 85,000 years, then told me I was in a lot of trouble. Why? I didn't understand. I didn't know what boobies were. I didn't know what they were about. I still don't, if we're keeping it a buck. I figured I was just in trouble for drawing during class, but she started asking me questions, echoing the chorus of taunts. Do you know what these are? Why did you draw these? I should have asked her why she was a
stupid idiot.
Because they were clearly male bodies and male breasts. Do you think I, the 6-year-old first grade skipping wonderkin, would have failed to draw well enough to make sure the standard human eye could recognize distinct male anatomy? Tuh! Ultimately, after tears, explanations, and probably alarming, vague, and cryptic talk from me about the threat of the belt my grandpa so often warned me about, she proclaimed that I was no longer in trouble. A happy ending, if I do say so myself. But unbeaten, wrestling fandom still intact, with the only loss being the innocence that could have kept me from becoming the
stupid idiot
I am today. Not too bad.